Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Halton Hills housing update. So our numbers are staying pretty consistent week to week. We did see inventory climb a bit this week, so that's been a bit of a shift, but let's look at the numbers. In Georgetown this week, we had 9 sales. That is, the market's still moving. That is where we have been the last few months, between like a 7 and 11 in terms of sales. So 9 shows us that the buyers are still active and they're still out there and products are still moving. Sort of the shift this week is we had 15 new listings, which is not super high, but it's also not very low. And we didn't see as many properties as we've seen come off the market completely. So inventory actually is up this week. Half of those properties though were over at 1,299 million and above. So the higher ticket stuff is still coming on the market, but it's definitely the stuff that is not moving at the same pace. Now looking at Acton. Acton had 3 sales and 1 new listing. So good news for Acton. Glen Williams had 1 sale, no new listings, and there was no sales or no new listings in the rural market or Limehouse. But something to note this week, sort of in my analysis, what I noted, there was a house on Prince Charles, so a detached house in the Delrex area that sold under 700,000. It has been years since we have seen that happen. So that is just again indicating that our prices are still coming down. Nothing sold over 1.3 million. 127 was our highest sale this week in Halton Hills. So that also supports that our higher ticket stuff is not moving, and a lot of that stuff does need to come down into a more realistic price pocket. And then looking at the properties on and off the market, only 3 of them this week came completely off the market. So that is down from where we were the last few weeks, where we were seeing people just dropping off the market and not returning. So those are sort of interesting things that I saw when looking at the sales and new listings this week. So looking at active inventory, all of Halton Hills is up slightly. So we were at 145 listings last week. We are up to 148 listings this week. So not a drop, not a huge spike, pretty even, but certain markets and certain pockets definitely felt a bit of a shift. So in Georgetown this week, we have 87 active listings. That is up from 83 last week. So not a massive jump. And the number overall is still pretty low compared to our 130, 140 that we were sitting pretty consistent through the summer. But things are being bought up, and we will start to see listings slow down in the coming weeks. There's no doubt about it. So if we continue to see low listings and our sales continue to be between that 7 and 11 that I sort of talked about, we should go into the new year with inventory softening. So now looking at our price points, under 800,000 is up slightly from 10 to 12 active listings this week. All of those are condo apartments or condo townhomes. There's no freehold properties available under 800,000 this week. 800 to a million is down slightly from 18 to 17 active listings. 1 to 1.5 million is also down slightly from 33 to 32 active listings. And our 1.5 million plus is up from 22 to 26 active listings. A lot of the stuff that we see come off the market is over that million. They're just not getting the traction we want, but over 1.5, the buyers willing to spend over 1.5 million now are like, I don't want to say non-existent, but they're almost non-existent. We are just not seeing sales in that higher pocket of prices. Okay, looking at Acton this week, we are down slightly to 23 active listings. Glen Williams remain the same at 7, Limehouse remain the same at 4, and the rural market remain the same at 27. So no major movement in our sort of secondary markets. Acton continues to see not high sales, but definitely not no sales, like 2 to 3 sales a week, but listings have slowed down there. So that's, I mean, we're keeping inventory pretty consistent in Acton. Georgetown is going sort of up and down, but I do think we are going to be on a downward trend in terms of listings coming on the market and available listings. But I do still think our prices are going down right now. Where there's an opportunity possibly in the coming weeks is taking advantage of the low inventory levels because buyers are still out. But I think through the next 6 months for sure, our price points are coming down. And to see a property off of Delrex, regardless of the condition, selling under 700,000 is just an indicator of where things are at and where buyers are willing to put their money. So I'll be back next Tuesday with November's numbers. They're going to be low. And again, I think our prices are going to be low because the far majority of things that are selling are under that $1 million, and it's certainly driving down our average price. But I look forward to next Tuesdays to sort of see how November shakes out. And I anticipate December prices continue to go down. Inventory should continue to go down though, but we still see sales in December. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, I'll be back next Tuesday with those numbers. Have a great week, everyone.